Hello, everyone. I asked chat what we wanted to draft today as this M21 format fades, and we wait patiently or impatiently, depending on the person, for the release of Zendikar Rising next week. And we decided to go ahead and jump into a Tinker's Cube draft, except not in the arena system. I have found 7 brave viewers who are going to jump in with me, and we're going to draft offline on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, and then export our decks into arena and use the friend challenge system to play that way. It's a way to basically get free cube drafting, free any drafting, as long as you have the wild cards to support the eventual games that you're going to play with it. And a lot of fun to do all human in pod drafting. And if you are interested in finding a community for that, as Mama or who posted, somebody posted, looks like Hat did that. Thank you, Hat. Hat posted, brought up the link to our Discord, where there's a highly active community of Heroku app drafters. So if you want to get in on some free, all human in pod drafting with some amazing, awesome people in my incredible community, then you're going to have to check out my Discord. Sorry, it's the only way to, this is how it's got to be. You're going to go to the Discord, you're going to join, you're going to get in touch with the draft crew, and you'll be drafting in no time and seeing how awesome this is. And this is a particularly, a heavy ask, because cubes like this one have a lot of rares and mythics. But I've got a group of people ready to jump in and use their big collections or extensive wildcard availability to explore this Tinker's Cube a little more with us. I've only played it a couple times and found that I was tinkering successfully sometimes, but often just getting rolled by big green stuff. So small sample size. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is a format where you're supposed to tinker or supposed to punish tinkerers with large beasts, but maybe some drafting here will help us figure that out. And if you want to figure out this cube on your own, on your tabletop, well, you could build it through my sponsor, cardkingdom.com. I bet they have basically all the cards. I don't know, I'm curious. I want to upload the Tinker's Cube to CK and see if I could just snap by it with one click. If there's anything missing, it's going to be slight, especially because on Magic the Gathering Arena, it's more recent stuff, and unless there's some crazy sellout because a card has exploded in popularity because of the new hotness, Card Kingdom is just going to have you there on inventory. And even if a card does explode with the new hotness, you know they're going to be aggressively pursuing it for their inventory. And that's also why I always mention that Card Kingdom has the best buy list in the industry as a baseline. You know, you're going to be able to find individual cards that some other places might buy for more, but you are simply not going to find another place that for one collection, boom, here you go, here's all my stuff, that's going to give you more than Card Kingdom. So I always recommend checking them when you're looking to turn cards into cash. And I'm going to look to turn draft picks into wins here over on the left monitor. And let's start this draft. Thanks everybody for joining. Tron, are you around? I haven't seen. We never got a response from Tron. I'm looking to see him in the chat, chatting stuff up here, but I don't see Tron in chat either. Tron, you around? We good? We good, buddy? Yes, there he's got the ready check. Thank you. Didn't see a chat, but he just ticked. All right, let's go. Here we go. I only gave myself 75 seconds again, but that's all right. We can work with it. What do we got here? How do you like this view? Kind of fits everything on screen, but they're small. I don't know. We can talk about it. So Ashiok is a plan in and of himself, or themself. You can just mill them out with that. We could take Ephemia and try to do the exile enchantment card from your graveyard and create zombies. I assume that's supported. There's only one red card here. It's Shivan Fire. It's not amazing, but it's the only red card. So we could take a stand and send signals. Again, this is all humans, so the signal factor is more real here than it is in other cases. What else are we taking if not? Rishkar is an interesting build around. I mean, really, you're trying to build around here. But yeah, we could start here. It's also 2-color. Let's try Ashiok and mill him out. I'm gonna go for the. I'm gonna be evil. I'm gonna go for evil. I mean, like the top card. So many cards. There's a Heartless Act. Also, we found removal hard to come by. So I'm kind of now when I see removal in this cube, I'm like, gimme the removal. So yeah, probably just take Heartless, or the Lava Axe is interesting on that front too, but Heartless matches our first pick. So let's take the Heartless Act and continue our strategic planning. Timber liked the counter theme. I generally like that theme too. So the Rishkar seems like a fine pick there. But generally, you just want to take things that are built around, you know, that are obviously a centrally supported strategy in the format. And I have not played Mill yet, but I've heard it's well supported. So we're going to put that to the test. Or try. I mean, we can also switch gears here. But like, much like removal, I find myself inclined to just take a good counterspell here. There's also Baron. Treasure Map, not bad. For kind of go long. That's true. Baron can reset Ashiok. Sabotage or Baron seem like the picks. A creature can help protect Ashiok. Yeah, you draw a card as well. Sure, let's combo it. I kind of like the generic Sabotage, but you've convinced me that Baron is doing enough cool things with what we have already to go ahead and give it a try. Midnight Clock. Well, this helps us not mill first. You liked the Harpy? Or this Harpy? Oh yeah, mill Harpy. But we can also try and wheel this. If nobody else is doing this, we probably get this on the wheel. And Midnight Clock is very good against us. Kind of inclined to take the Midnight Clock and try and wheel this Harpy. It's not a very impressive card unless you are specifically trying to set up your own graveyard resources or the Mana Rock. Oh yeah, they're right. I was like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, this one, yeah. The one I have selected. Yeah, we're gonna take that. And we're gonna try and wheel the other one. And if we don't wheel it, maybe we should wonder whether we should be in that archetype, honestly. And Foulmire Knight, also fine. You know, one thing you can do in these types of cubes is take the generic stuff until things are clear. So that I don't know exactly what shenanigans we're playing, but we're doing. But if we get a bunch of removal and ramp and whatever, it'll be fine. On that front, we can just take Opt here. But I think Witch's Vengeance is what we want. You know, we're trying to keep the board clear. We're trying to mill. Let's play blue-black control and look for removal and control elements as we find self-mill. Or not self-mill, just mill. Oracle goes right into the plan, right? Especially if we're doing some self-milling. Or if we get that flyer on the wheel, you know, it supports both strategies. A lot of words. When enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to one of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. That's kind of the buried lead of that card. Ashiok can hit us too, right? So we could self-mill with Ashiok to make that happen. to go that way with it. Contentious plan. Where are we? Are we proliferating in any meaningful way? Only on Ashiok right now, so that's not the pick. Conjecture, Woe Strider, Blade, maybe just Woe Strider as a defensive measure. But Conjecture could do some stuff here. It's not really what we're building around, though. Maybe we just want a generic juggler like Woe Strider. Yeah, I guess we can play Woe Strider. We're gonna. It's fueled by Graveyard, and it looks like we're gonna be doing that. And Command the Dreadhorde works with us too. Although it's a non-bow with Ashiok of some, because this is like Ashiok's gonna exile our opponent's graveyard, and Command wants our opponent to have Graveyard. That being said, what else are we taking? We can take Naturalize as again, or Neutralize, just generic counterspell. It's such a non-bow with Ashiok. I'm reticent to take the Command here, so I'm going to just take the generically good counter. Drowned Catacomb, probably going to be more important to us than any of these individual cards. We're not really doing the Ephemia thing here, and Enforcer would be good. I would really like the Enforcer, but I would not, but not enough to pass up on fixing for what is now becoming very clearly a two-color deck. So Gray Merchant also reasonable. Gary is fine, but we're not even trying to be that permanent heavy here. Unbreakable Bond is your graveyard, or else I might be interested. Here's some more self-milling that could do something, although we're pretty thick at 3. Probably just want a strategic planning here, given how light we are at 2. There's Foreboding Fruit, but we have not much going on at 2, and a very combo-ish beginning, so I don't mind the planning given that. Temple of Milady could help us potentially splash some green, but not an important factor here. Storm Tamer, also not important. Yeah, sad miss on the Harpy. But I'm also not too concerned. I feel like there's plenty of support for milling. All it was four mana. Oh no, look, see, it came back anyway. We didn't miss. There it is. In fact, like, see, we might even just want the Foulmire Knight. But I guess this does what we're doing, so we should take it. But I don't think this is that important. But it is doing, we do want both sides of it, really, with the Oracle and everything, so it's fine. I know we want it. I'm just not saying it. I'm saying it's not, I don't think it's wildly important. And we'll go ahead and take that. Oh, I should have taken Idol, really. Idol would have been nice for some ramp. But Carnifex Demon doesn't suck. But it was a 2-mana rock, which I probably should have taken. I just ran out of time, War Furnace, but yeah, I wish I had the rock now. Drana helps us survive. So does Libation, really. Supreme Will, probably, if we're going to take a 3-drop in our colors, though, is what we should take. Kind of does everything. Drana is fine, but somewhat not on plan for us. It's just an efficient package. But what we really want is something that supports what we're doing, and I think Supreme Will is the way to go. Little thick at 3 again. This is why I would really love to have that that Idol that I passed as clock wound down. But maybe we can make Carnifex sing. Yeah, Cutthroat for just a 2-drop had some worth there as well, but I couldn't quite bring myself to do it in that spot. Slimebind is a 2-drop we could run, as opposed to what? Entomber Exarch, Gravedigger, or Hand Stealer. Doesn't seem that important. We can just get Crystalline Giant as a generically good card, but it's not really what we're doing again. I'd rather just Slimebind for the defenses, and the 2-mana defenses at that. Embodiment of Agonies could be good, as it's checking graveyards. So if we're doing some self-mill, the embodiment could end up being huge. That being said, I still just want the 2-mana removal spell, and if the embodiment comes around on the wheel, we'll take it and try to make it work. But I think I would rather have the 2-mana removal here regardless. Yep, the giant good as well, but I am concerned about mana here, about curve, and getting something that I can play on 2 that helps us preserve the game makes a lot of sense to me. Enthralling Hold. Conjurant just fills out the curve wherever we play it, but to what end? I don't know what we're doing with it exactly besides just having it be a nice curve filler. Freet is a little more aggro than we are. Nightmare Shepherd, interesting, but we're not even that creature heavy, and not that, like, it's not that big a deal for us to make copies of what we have. I almost rather just take this horror, but I bet this wheels. Maybe I'll take the hold and try to wheel the horror. I don't think we're competing with people for Dimir. I'm going to take the monocolored good card over the card that we can legit wheel if nobody else is in that color pair. And then we pick up Folio. Now there's a 2-drop for us. Wouldn't mind Timmy or this Mind Stone. Get another chance at a 2-mana rock. But Folio is totally doing what we want. So we're going to take Folio. I want more Witch's Vengeance, Heartless Act cards, and we need to control. If all this stuff is going to work, we need to stop them. Enthralling Hold helps with that too. I just don't think we're going to play Storm Tamer, though. I don't know how that fits in a deck like this. We're not trying to save our creatures. Yeah, Languish would be good. I don't know if there's that many sweepers. I think they're very light on sweepers, but Languish may be conditional enough that they would have run it. Illumination, or just Reborn. This is a nice control piece, and again, we're filling up so many graveyards that Reborn should get something. So let's take the Reborn here. I'd like to fill out 2s a little bit more, but then we're starting to approach a reasonable curve. Get mostly at 2 and 3 here with some build-up starting at the higher end. Chili Bee. We have Essence Scatter. We have 2 lands that would go nicely in the deck. Scrying is great. So is just cycling when we have the land we need. Scatter. Scatter on 2. This is a 2-drop we can play. We're not always going to get something with it, though. There's a lot of shenanigans going on in this cube that have nothing to do with creatures. So if this were a guaranteed, can always fire it off on 2, I'd be all over it. But the castle is really appealing to me here as basically a free land upgrade. I think I'm still low enough on 2s, though, that I'm going to take the Scatter. Really wanted that land, but couldn't quite do it. Compelling Argument is on plan, but oddly, like, not that great. I will take, at least it cycles for 1, so it's got that going for it. But like, I actually just want my milling, if possible, to be things like Ashiok that just do it again and again and again, or Folio, right? Repeat milling is where you want to be at, not 5 cards once. But what else are we taking here? Nothing. Unsummon? No, I'm gonna take it. I'll take it. If it's not good for us, it shouldn't be in the cube. Although it can be it could be helping some other strategies as well. Callous Dismissal can keep us alive at 2. Ether Spellbomb also does that. Emery is built around in a direction we're not headed, so we're not going to take Emery. But Spellbomb, Dismissal, or even Carrion Grub or Erebos. Carrion Grub is doing the thing, though. So let's just take the Grub. These are... I wouldn't mind a Dismissal or a Bomb, but the Grub is on plan, so let's try it. Cutthroat came back to fill out our 2s. We'll go ahead and do that over setting up a possible white splash. But hey gang, what color is open? Look at this pack. Too late to switch to white? I mean, maybe it's not. Like what we got? Woe Strider, Witch's Vengeance, and Heartless Act in black. Oh, I guess we got some stuff down here. I don't know. I'll take the Guard Mage. I'll take the 2-drop, but I'm wondering if we're in the right place here now. You think this is a free land? I actually mean by free land. Bellhaunt, if we were to get into white. I don't think we are, though. We'll take that and not play it. Hey, the Horror did come back around. We'll grab that over the Ifrit. Gambling on wheels is a thing I do a lot, especially in a very synergistic cube like this, where if people aren't in your thing, they're just really not going to be likely to mess with it. This is not a Gutterbones deck. It's not in any of these deck. If Divine Visitation were good for anybody in this draft, it would already be taken. I guess I'll take the Gutterbones anyway, in case someone gets aggro on us. That's actually pretty good against us. Hypnotic Sprite is nice, though. We'll happily run that. Although it's more going to be a 3. We're going to try and Mesmeric Glare with this. Look out! Playable? I don't know if we'll run it, but playable. Edict. Strong effect. Illyrios, also strong. Spark Double, strong. Order of Midnight is a 2-drop, but not really a 2-drop that is doing... I mean, the sorcery part, the Alter Fate is nice with the milling, but it's not something we're going to do on 2 effectively. You know, we can cast a 2/2 flyer on 2, but it's not really what the deck is trying to do, is what I'm saying. But what else are we going to take? So it's like, we don't want the Cauldron. Edict, Midnight, Double, or Enraptured. And I'm thinking just Edict. And maybe Spark Double. But it's you control, so I don't even want the Spark Double. Although doubling up Ashiok wouldn't suck. And Edict might even wheel, if nobody is interested in that as a removal option. It's nice, though, if we mill it, you get the flashback for free. But Spark Double, interesting enough with Ashiok, and even, like, Baron. Can I double? I didn't see how it handled Legendary. so I'm not sure if I can do Baron or not. Davril is, you can do something. We can just do Vicious Offering or Remorse, though, and then we have 2 drops that matter. Simulacrum is always fine, but not super important here. Trouble with Offering is that it's really -2/-2 for us. We're not effectively sacrificing creatures in this build that well. I think maybe just a Remorse then. You like the instant speed interaction. I think I like, in a format where shenanigans are afoot, I like the Remorse. I'm going to take that. If this were traditional limited, I would be all over Offering over Remorse, but this is not traditional limited. It's not just a cube, it's Tinkerer's Cube, and I think we're going to find a lot of targets for our Agonizing Remorse. Biomancer can allow for some self-mill. Fibblethip at least slots in. Can we ever do this? How do we enter it? How does this enter the battlefield from our library? Is that even possible? I don't know how that's possible. Yeah, let's just take it, though. There's Millstone, but we don't need to take it. Nobody else is doing this. We should wheel that. We're going to take Fibblethip. Also, I question whether Millstone is good enough as opposed to like an Ashiok, but we'll try it when it wheels. Wouldn't mind another blue-black dual land. I bet we don't end up playing the Sprite. That looks pretty good for us, though, and there's nothing else. We're not taking a Village Rites, so pretty easy Thassa's Intervention. Bastion also doesn't do anything for us. Lamia isn't terrible, and we might wheel it. Lamia into Eldest Reborn, etc. Lamia into something with graveyard relevance. Removal, interaction, reanimation, but we don't have the green going. Stab Wound can be a win condition, but not really us. If we want removal, let's take the intervention. I assume Stab Wound is in here for the Enchantment Matters stuff. And you put it on something, and it can be a win con. Stab Wound is one of the more innocent looking cards that just dominated the format it was in. But I still don't think it's better for us than just Erebos' Intervention. But I think, wasn't this in Return to Ravnica? And it was just like, oh no, they Stab Wounded my 4/4, and now I can't win because you just get hit for 2 a turn for the rest of the game. Quasi is interesting, but doesn't really duplicate stuff we care about. Again, I kind of want just the Censor as another excellent 2. This Intervention is not a 2. This is more of a higher end card. Piper could be a plan, but if we're just talking about 2s, I'd rather have the Censor as a 2. And again, Quasi, I don't know what we're duplicating that we're super happy about. I mean, duplicating anything is reasonable because it does it twice, but I just want to control. You're going to wait, see if Hat can recover here. Back. Yeah, I'm taking Censor. Fine with that. I like how this is shaping up. I mean, we really have a lot going on at 2 now. Got our Patient Rebuilding, late but better than never. This is a nice card for this strategy. Maybe the most important one. Yeah, this deck looks fine. Probably not playing Carnifex Demon, don't need it. Although this is kind of like a sweeper of sorts. But I want to focus on our core strategy here. Dowser, Drown in the Loch is where we want to be. Boy, I was worried about twos for a while. Now it's like, what twos do we cut? But Drown in the Loch, perfect for the deck. Yeah, true. Maybe it's a non-bow with Ashiok, but yeah, I'll think about that when we do deck building. Yeah, it's funny. Ashiok is good, but it actually non-bows with a bunch of stuff we like. Enraptured maybe is good enough to just play. We're not doing this enough to do. Probably not an Enraptured deck, but maybe it's good enough to just play. Probably not, though. Which is something. This is one of the top draft picks in non-rare draft picks in Theros. Consider Davriel, but again, probably not enough what we're doing here. Although forcing a discard ahead could be good ahead of Eldest Reborn or whatever. Here's that millstone we figured would wheel. We're just going to move in on the mill and see how it goes. Probably not playing Brineborn. I don't think we're doing village rights, so I'll just throw a Scary Drake into the board. Lampad, again, not quite what we want to do here, I think. Really, Mike. Mike likes Brineborn over Oracle, which is odd to me just because Oracle is a win condition in this deck. I mean, we're cruising through our deck pretty heavily. I mean, we can do both, Mike, but like, I don't know. You read this card? It says win the game if we do our thing on it. Yeah, Tron, I considered it. We looked at a pack. We looked at a pick in pack 2 that was a blue-white card, and all decent white cards with like 6 or 7 cards left, and we were heavily in blue, but just stuck with the guns, and it's fine. But if you found the white lane in time, I bet you have a nice looking deck. So we cut Woe Strider. Gotta be harsh here. So yeah, I wonder if we just cut Compelling Argument. I don't know if I'm gonna move this out just so we know our deck size. Yeah, I think we're just doing this so much better with other cards. I don't know why this card is in the cube. Maybe it's a cycling thing. Is there a cycling thing going on? But if we don't want this, why is this card in the cube? 5, 4, 3. Cut 4. Cut 4. Cut the planning. Maybe this is too much of a non-bow with the Drown or with the Ashiok, or maybe we risk it anyway. But probably shouldn't run non-bows, which means I shouldn't have taken the Drown unless I was prepared to cut Ashiok, which I'm not prepared to do. But we do just have some non-bows with Ashiok. It's also a somewhat of a non... I mean, Eldest can get our stuff too, so it's not nothing. But we just have to remember that about Ashiok. Creature count, hard to say here. It doesn't matter though. This is cube. This is not traditional limited. I don't even care about our creature count. I care that we have removal tools and tools to do our thing. We do have ways to recur Ashiok. Eldest Reborn can get Eldest Reborn can get Ashiok back. Spark Double can give us 2 Ashioks, and there was some other thing we had, right? Or did we not take it? Oh yeah, Baron resets. Oh, there is stats. Is that this? Here we go. Did it give us our 7 creatures? But again, you know, whatever. That was a little confusing for me to parse, but we got there. Maybe I will cut the drown. Shoot. Or the Slimebine. Kind of want... Yeah, but the Spark Double counts the Planeswalkers too. And it's fair, though. We can even cut the Spark Double, but I think it's somewhat comboing with very specific things. And maybe that's not good enough. But the 7 creatures we have, plus 1 Planeswalker at least, we passed on the second one, right? Or we have it, but are not currently playing it. So 8 targets for... Well, 7 targets for Spark Double, because Spark Double can't count itself. So yeah, 7 targets, that seems like enough. That's generally what we go for. I mean, they are vulnerable targets. There are targets that could be removed from the board. Let's give it a try to start. I'm going to cut Drown in the Loch for the non-bow. And close. Maybe we do cut the Remorse. I took that when we were much lighter on 2s than we are now. And I don't want to go 16. We definitely want 17 land in this deck. So 1 more cut. What should we cut, gang? Cut that double. Cut the Intervention. Although at that point, I'd rather, I think, just cut the Neutralize. Maybe one of these 2s can still go. Maybe this Sprite can go. Although that's one of the creatures that can be copied. But again, I mean, we're not really trying to Spark Double Hypnotic Sprite, you know, so it lowers our double count, but really it was already lowered. This is not what I'm trying to hit with a Spark Double. Grub self-mills. It's not great because we're not reanimating. That's a good point. I mean, it does do some self-mill, but it's not going to have a huge power because our creatures don't have huge power. I mean, there's the Horror. Yeah. It is, again, lowering our Spark Double count, but again, also our Spark Double is somewhat of a combo with some very specific cards here. I can see giving up the Grub. And people are saying Censor could be cut, sure, but it's an easy keep just because it cycles for 1. The moment it's not useful, we just cycle it and we're fine. You want me to soapbox on this? How would you? I don't know if Hey Vandy is like shake your fist and tell people it's awesome, or shake your fist and tell people it's terrible. But I think it's just fine. I think it's when you play it on 2, awesome, and when it's no longer good, it replaces itself for 1. That's all fine. And let's bring back our... I also like the sideboard over here. It means I don't have to scroll down to see my the cards I'm considering. So good job on that one. And 11. Let's get a little more black. Even though clearly we're heavy, heavy, heavy blue. We have this Witch's Vengeance. We need more than the, I think 11-7 is fine on the mana. I think best of one because we have a lot of people ready to play. But this could be ad hoc. We could take on some best of three if we want. I was kind of messing around with this mono black deck, trying to find all-in combo version. If you're curious, actually, it's not showing. There you go. Just trying to make a deck that does the Underworld Dreams into Nyx Lotus into Pier most reliably, but it's not that great of a deck. It mostly loses. I can delete this though. Apply styles, craft all, and we get only one rare, easy peasy. Craft it all, no worries. Let's look at only a moment of Zen Redemption's waiting, but if anybody wants to bling out this deck, do so now. I'm going to go in and look for lands otherwise. And they're great. They're easy. Mirage it is. This is Pure Evil. Or how about Fancy Evil? I like that better. All right, competitors, let's do some best of one for now. If we run out of people who are available to play, we can try some best of three, but I want to try and give everybody who participated a chance to play if they want to. Dinrova on the box, sure thing. Make that quick adjustment. Thank you, Smash. 20 months. Wow, 20 months. That means I've been doing this for at least 20 months. Poseidon, I believe, was the first up, so let's do that. Right? Jeez, fool. It's like... Looks good. Oh, yeah. Probably just want to start following, and then Ashiok after that. Oh, yeah, Cardboard Live, thank you. Let's get that going. Ooh, now maybe we'll... Yeah, we can fancy... Take a hit from the Pelt Collector and Slime Biden, something after that, maybe. Ashiok into Spark Double, baby. Could also just censor whatever they try to come up with. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. And then we have Slime Bind on Pelt Collector if there's absolutely nothing else to do here. Which I will. I don't want to do nothing. And Ashiok protected. I'm going to run it out.
Wonder what you behold my epilogue.
Yeah, land on top for Spark Double is our dream. But not to be. And in fact, actually, we're going to cycle the sensor. Looking for a land, although even Heartless Act doesn't do anything against the Conjurant. Millstone, okay, but we'll start with the Folio. Can remove up to 3. Oh yeah, sure. We didn't find the black. Sorry, I used the remove factor on Heartless so infrequently. I thought it was remove 1, but it does kill it. Unfortunately, we didn't find the tools. We could not minus Ashiok so it survives 1 hit from the Conjurant. Then, if we do that, we still have a chance to Spark Double into a copy of Ashiok, which could be conceivably worth it, but probably not, because I'm expecting that Poseidon's going to follow on turn 4 with another creature that's going to make it very difficult to do anything about these, do anything to save the Ashiok. So I'm going to go ahead and get an extra mill out of it, save some life by Conjure and attacking Ashiok, and then we'll drop the Folio and try to just keep the mill train going via a different avenue. Need some land, though, or it's not going to matter much. Although we can currently mill, so we can at least Folio. If we get another land, if we get 2 more lands, we can start milling and folioing at the same time. So Pelt Collector keeps attacking at minus power, which is funny, but I kind of have this feeling like Poseidon is at some point going to remove the Slime Bind and show that it's all been a setup.
I'll return while you.
Midnight Clock adds some mana, but puts us off a turn on folioing. I kind of would rather Folio on their draw step and just make them beat that. Chamber Sentry could be a problem, I suppose, if we don't find something for it before they get to 5 colors. It is your destiny. Certainly easy for the Pelt Collector to pick up counters in this world. So now we get him for 5. This is an interesting race, but I mean, I think all we have to do here, all we're doing is trying to race with the Folio and hope we get there, which feels a little weak. I don't know if we get there in time, but I don't know what else we do here. Like maybe if we find something black, we can use our Heartless Act or something, but there's nothing for us to do but try to win with the Desperation Folio plan here. Champagne. Yeah. Might call in for a swamp, because if we find a swamp, we get to play the Midnight Clock and then play the Heartless Act and then have 5 mana each turn. Thank you for the sub, Tron. Hey, and there is the swamp. So now let's clock. And Heartless Act is an instant, so we will wait on that and kill the Conjurant, most likely. But let's see what they do. Library is at 8 for Oppo. Trostani, pretty nice. Maybe we have to kill her. Let's see what this does to things. So, funny, Trostani means we can remove these counters but not actually kill the Conjurant. It'll be a 1-1. If we kill Trostani, we save 3 anyway because we remove 3 power from the upcoming attackers. So we'll probably just want to kill Trostani. Does put us pretty low though. We're fighting to stay alive in time to mill out. And it's going to be close. Does Patient get us there? Because we can go. Yeah, we have to mill them for 7. Well, I don't know what that. What does that get you, Rob? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can activate this once and get mill them for 5, but we just can't quite. But can we millstone the other 2? So this, wait, 1? We're 1 short, really. 1 short. How do we live longer, though? Both of those plays saved 3 damage, Rob. I mean. Right? Or did that, or is your line saving 4? Maybe your line saves 4? But it saves more with, certainly if we have to live through another attack. Draw with Folio. Let's see, yeah. I'm trying to figure out also what we have left to even find. Oh, it doesn't show me my deck. Thank you, Untapped GG. Hold on a life linker, but hold only works on tapped creatures, so we can't take one of those. I think we're just doomed because of the... But yeah, if we got 1 more mana, I think we could have done it. As it is, I think we do have to go draw 1. Or maybe we draw, like... Okay, what are we trying to draw and what is it going to get us? We're taking 8, and so we need to kill 4 damage. Ugh. Yeah, I don't, and this animates a land. I don't think there's anything we can get, but I'll go ahead and draw. I think the deck is good though, because look, like we were stuck on mana and colors the whole game and still came down to 1 turn. 1 turn of almost got there. But we didn't. Yeah, no, Spark Double doesn't work on Oppo creatures, which is why it's a very narrow card for us to include. We're really trying to copy Ashiok with it, copy a couple of key creatures. We don't have many creatures, so Spark Double is a somewhat controversial inclusion, but it's kind of a combo piece, not a generically good card. Either way, I could have killed Conjurant before Tristani landed. I didn't see the point. I was trying to work out whether it would save 1 extra point of damage or not. But remember, Tristani is a lord. Tristani gave 3 attackers an extra point of power versus killing the Conjurant, which was 3 power. Of course, the Conjurant ended up being basically... Yeah, I think it's the same. I don't know. Yeah, Poseidon, good game. I just I feel like I could have had you if I got unstuck on land a little bit earlier. And either way, Haj, I'll come after you, Haj. Let's get Haj. Well, keepable. Need some more mana again, but I'm not going to pass the folio in opener. And patient rebuilding waiting. Haj saying, haha. You're going to be dead before you beat me. Yeah, I can turn emotes on, but if you use a pet, I'm going to turn them off. Well, good news that Haj did not cast a second creature here, but we don't know that that's what's happening yet. I kind of expect a end of turn make 2 tokens. That's probably what Haj has going on, and is going to flip this Legion's Landing on turn 3 and utterly and completely wreck us. The problem is that doesn't help. Holding up Essence Scatter does not solve that problem. And I think it's way more likely that he has a non-creature spell that creates multiple creatures than a flash white creature, which is possible. Could be a flash white creature, but I'm expecting something that cannot be countered by Essence Scatter, so I'm going to go ahead and execute our plan and play the folio. Oh, but see, there is an annoying dog. Sorry. Go to sleep, dog. All right, that was big that Haj did not have the instant speed. I don't even know if it's in the cube, but assuming, you know, if it was, if Haj could make 2 1/1s there and flip the landing, that would have been rough. As it is, maybe we can do something here. Need land, though. None of this matters if we don't find land. Come on, baby. Hey, it's the right one, too. That means we should be able to intervene on the Angel eventually, but right now we are going to do a draw phase mill and see if we can get there. Although, Haj dumping cards on the play. Good way to solve the folio problem. All right. That's brutal. I mean, we can handle the face fetters on the folio. It's the 4/4 being made that is a bit rough. But we can... This doesn't have... Oh, it does have vigilance. Shoot. Shoot. It means we're just not going to be able to hold it. And maybe I'm supposed to hold for the Angel then and wait for the mana to kill the Resplendent, but then it's just going to make another... Haj will just make another Angel if I'm not careful. 1 mana away from the pump. Oh, no, it's 6 mana to pump. So can't get it from the Angel itself. Maybe we're safe on Angels for a turn, and we can actually just hold up our intervention. Yeah, that's true. We don't want that flip to happen. Reborn's not going to get much. It's just the trouble is this 4/4 the 4/4 angel is just going to get us. What do we do about that? I need to have a plan for that. And a flipped Legion's Landing is trouble, but the 4/4 flying vigilance is immediate trouble, and we're at 14. We're going to get some life back when we intervene, so that's good. But we could hold up scatter and draw 2 and have intervention ready. I don't know. It's all instant speed, though, so right now let's pass. Yeah, like, but again, is Hajj generating a bunch of lifelinkers as bad for us as having no plan for a 4/4 Vigilant Angel at 14 life? Trouble is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm going to let him go and do it, because if Hajj goes for the flip the landing, pump the angel, we can respond, and if not, I just don't think that if I need a plan that deals with the angel. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with the landing producing tokens every turn. Whatever. No, I don't think we kill the 3/3. So we could scatter that, but then what are we doing? I know, Mike, but what can we do? Again, this is all just about what we can do. And I think we let this happen. No, Mike says have to scatter. I think we have to intervene is the problem. Now, if Hajj goes for a enchantment on the angel, then maybe we're done for. But again, not a lot of outs here, not a lot of lines to a win. And I continue to be just feeling like if we can't do something about the 4/4 next turn, it's all gone horribly wrong. There's just been no good way to approach this. So now I might even want. Let's see, if we draw 2, untap and kill the angel and gain 4, we go to 10, and this thing, each other enchantment on the battlefield, so it's going to get it's going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can survive if we, I'm just going to go for a draw 2 and find a land and kill the angel, gain some life, and then hope we can hold this angel after that. I don't know. I think we're probably dead, but this is all I got. It's all I got. Oops, that's not even what I got. That's all I got. Let's try this again. I mean, part of our outs, we're finding a land and 3 cards in our 17 land deck here. So, yeah. What can we do, though? We could slime bind the 4/4. We could... We can't win. We need to land. Well, back-to-back games where any chance of competing was torn apart by our inability to find lands. That was going to be a tough fight anyway. Good game, Haj, but couldn't do it without land. Darn it. All right. Who's next to watch me try and win with 3 lands? Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch the VOD, Haj. I'm not going to dissect our game right now. Chat will tell you. I want to find the next opponent. Who is up? Hat? By the way, if you are in the draft and are not buddies with me yet, please reach out with that. How hard was it? I mean, there was only one discussion to have. I mean, sure, we can tip the cap for Haj's ability to look at the board, see what is going on, and guess what we're talking about. But, I mean, it's not like there was that much to be talking about. And then he got it completely wrong. Well, Heartless Act or Witch's Vengeance get our other thing back either way. Hat can take the folio, but if it doesn't take the act, it doesn't matter. We're gonna, and he knows that, but I'm gonna put that out and look to unlock that next turn. Come on, he named cards. He tried to be fancy pants and named cards that were not in my hand. True. You're trying to give credit where it's not due. All right, let's go get the brain maggot here in before the Bastion hits. All right, True. Sure. We'll agree to disagree today. Yeah, let's get the folio down. That's what I mean. That's what I was talking about, True. Is that the other one? Yeah.
Please run. A chase stokes the forge.
Trying to figure out what's faster. That has more clicks, I guess. Tired of clicking to not do anything with folio fancies. Zombie army, human soldier. Maybe we have to Witch's Vengeance army to keep the other one at a 2/2. I don't know if we can beat a 4/4. Spark Double does nothing for us now. So it's Hold Up, Supreme Will, or Fancy or Vengeance. Darn it, I think we might have to just kill this zombie army. Angrath doesn't do much, but a 4/4 is tough. 4/4 is tough for us to deal with, so I'm going to do that. And next turn, I'm just going to drop Patient and hope we get there. Dionysus said to update the record. He didn't say to do it correctly.
I desire is your head.
Oh, I haven't seen this art. Well, under a lot of pressure, I don't know if we're going to be able to withstand it, but I don't know what else to do besides play our Patient Rebuilding. Maybe so, true. Certainly, Spark Double has not done its thing for us yet, but it's a combo piece, not a control piece. It's just a combo piece. But Oppo's curving out on us with creatures while we're trying to do this stuff has not been working. Not at all. Well, we at least have Supreme Will and Folio activation, but Folio doesn't matter now because they only got 2 cards, so that doesn't do much. We get to the point where we're going to like do everybody draws so that we can make Hat choke on it a bit, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with Angrath and Bastion, like we're dead again. I mean, Supreme Will, what are we, we're going to hold it up and use it at end of turn. Use it at end of turn if first time hitting 90. What do you mean about hitting 90? I don't know what that means. But we have... Oh, mastery level, sure. Congrats. I don't think we can mill 22 cards before we're utterly dead. So I keep trying to do cute things with this cube, and I keep getting wrecked by baseline creatures. Wow, even Mama's not buying the pass ahead of time. That does say a lot. With 3 Supreme Will, can't even counter that. Like, funny. So, I don't know. We're just dead. Like, there's no way this deck can win from here. I don't, like, name the card we... Name the plan. What's the plan? This is... sure. All these tools and nothing to do with it. Let's see. Any way to get 16 cards, somehow, some way. Folio gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we get 10 more cards somehow? Ashiok gets 4. Spark. We go Ashiok Spark double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still think we just can't do enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do we only get 5? Because he can cast something. Well, that's true, Herschel. That's true. We don't get to get attacked. So unless we can make him draw. So yeah, I think we're just doomed. But clearly we're not, we don't have enough defenses. If this deck is going to do anything, I need to go Toon. Because we're just getting rolled. Like, people are playing not even impressive creatures against us, and it's plenty good. Like, plenty good. Now, the first 2 games we had mana issues, but there was no mana issues there. That was just us getting all the cards we wanted, all the cards we thought were good in our deck, in our opener with plenty of land, and we didn't even come close. Like, not even close. So, I hear you, Tron. Give me a second, though. This deck stinks. Literal awfulness right now that needs some help. Here, I'll even stop with this joke and show you where we're at. It's weird. Once again, thank you, frickin' Streamlabs, for your fantasticness. And this is the problem with these types of decks, though, is that you're like, whoa, we need to put in creatures. Well, then we got to take stuff out, and you end up taking out your plan. But I'm going to put in all sorts of early creatures here, and we will see what makes sense. Piper or Lampad can do some blocking. Maybe Cutthroat. Mike was talking about Cutthroat before anyway. If we keep our counters in, I guess. But let's cut the double. That's been bad. Even as we're adding stuff that it could copy, it's not there to copy that stuff anyway. Yeah, Millstone feels cute again. I don't know. I feel like I got trapped a bit by some of these mill choices are like, why? I'm with True on getting rid of that. And maybe we cut the sensor. It's not hard to run. It's got that cycling that makes it pretty easy to run, but I need to find cuts, and that's on my list. And maybe the Siren Lookout can go. I just added it, and it's whatever. So let's try this. Add a couple of creatures in there, something to try and clog the ground a bit. Give us a chance. Tron says there's a challenge. I don't see it. I'm just going to start a new one. Maybe it canceled. I'm not going to lose 7 times anyway, D. But maybe I'll do it on purpose just because it would torture you to know that it doesn't count towards my hair. Hell, I haven't won yet. I can play you this.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Techno. That bet has a lot of good faith going on in it, that if it ever comes to pass, we'll figure it out. But basically, chat's got to figure it out. But I couldn't kill it, Haj, until you'd already created a 4/4. Right? Do you get that? Or did I miss something? If I could have snapped it off, I think I would have, but I couldn't kill it till you already made a 4/4, and then a 4/4 Vigilant Flyer was the problem, not a 3/3. Let's go Folio, though. Okay, well, then that was a mistake, and I'll own that. I don't remember being able to. I think I would have killed it on sight if I could have. That's the thing. Yeah, draw 0 is proving to be as click-filled as anything else. All right, what do we want to do now? We can Oracle just to get some defense. We can start folioing, but Boros is just going to dump hand here. We could hold up the will. Yeah, I guess Fibblethip can threaten the soldier. But Oracle might do something more for us later. So yeah, I'll go for Fibble. Mecha! We passed that. Now it's going to crush us. Lifelink. Well, Lifelink's about the least relevant to our plan, so that's fine. Better to... Long term, I think this is better for us, although we may be able to just play Oracle and threaten the 1/1 that way. I'm going to do it, though. Oracle's going to be blocking this. Yeah, it's funny. Here on Arena, we see the alt art more than the regular art, right? It's funny. Like, we're going to have this idea in our heads of what these Ikoria cards look like, and then when we see them, like, oh yeah, that's what they actually look like. Still not sure what I'm doing here. We could like, this is an awkward number of mana. We don't have anything to do for 4 of value. And we could... I mean, if we had Mindrack Harpy, that'd be great. We don't. Yeah, I don't know. Here we are again. I tried to put some more creatures in, but I'm still feeling way up against it, and... I mean, I could go for mill 5, and then I untap and do what? Oracle helps us dig? Not very much. I just don't know if Oracle's what I would rather wait until we have 5 mana to do Oracle. I'm gonna hold here and use a bunch of instant potential at the end of the turn, or I'm gonna wait on Folio. I'm gonna try to get something with Supreme Will or the Intervention potentially. And if not, maybe just draw 2. +1/+1 counter. I mean, we play Ashiok. It gains us some life. They just attack it. We get mill 4 and 4 life, is what would happen if we play Ashiok. 3 mana to mill 4 and gain 4 just doesn't feel good. Rimrock, twice X, they can still pay. Really be nice to counter this, but they can still pay. Can't get anything done this game. There's this event. I need a vacation. I'm not sure what you meant, Herschel. Have you not been watching, Haj? Not only am I 03, nothing has been even close. Nothing is... 03, not close. 03, if this were Friday, I would really worry about my hair at this point.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Let's look at top 4. Enthralling Hold. Great. That is finally something going right for us. Okay, first round was close. But it didn't feel close because I was mana starved the whole time. I mean, because it's a build around, right, Haj? There's a bunch of stuff. The pack 1, pick 1 was filled with things you could have taken and built around. We decided to try mill, see how supported it was, and the answer's been supported, but doesn't seem good. I don't know. People have said this is good. Maybe I'm just screwing it up. That's also possible. But the folio has been awful. This has been a trap. Every time we've played this has been a trap. I mean, it came close to getting us there on turn in the first game, but every other time it's been a waste of mana. I can't remember what we took over Giant, but I was trying to just stay on plan. Yeah, also, you know, getting both colors of our mana would help, but this has just been embarrassing. This has been frustrating and embarrassing, frankly. Enough of that joke, D. It's not on the line. I'm going to mute you if you do it again. Enough, please. Six mana. Gotta kill the hero. And then Oracle blocks. We could wait, but I don't know if there... I don't know what protective spells are in the cube. But we can at least look at the Oracle first. can also go mine. No, we can't do 2 black cards. That's right. Baron over more land? Yes. And yeah, I'm going to risk it. Although I shouldn't, I suppose, because all this needs to do is be targeted and he gets value out of it. So I shouldn't have even let the untap happen, but we'll see how it goes here. Because now Tron could respond with a target that, yeah, this is just all in all. I mean, I have not played, like, I'm frustrated with how the deck is performing as deck quality, but I'm not ignoring my own mistakes. I'm not playing very well either. Lucky. That's just lucky. We did not get punished for my mistake is what happened right there. So Tron just looking to get us from 4 to 0, I think, and we can't take it, so we got to block, and we're going to go to 2, 1 on the attack, 1 from the Devil Ping, and then this Devil Ping represents us going to 1, so we're at a virtual 1 with this attack, and Tron playing red may have the tools to just finish us off, so we could be dead right now. Yeah, that's true. True points out we're not at a virtual 1 because we're going to Baron the other token without killing it. That, though, may have to be what is... No, we can play the Mind Rack Harpy. Well, we know we're drawing Baron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, maybe I need to... We don't. We're going to draw a card, draw the Baron. We might have 7 mana, and with 7 mana, we can Baron and Mind Rack for the Vanguard, and then we could be okay. So... we're going to go to the My Turn button and then have each of us draw one. Nope, we're done with that joke. Oops. Yeah, well, we still gotta, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do besides play my cards. I get it. You're just pointing out, though, that my line is not as even viable as I was hoping. Yeah, I hear you, Haj. So, does that mean we can do anything? We've got... Well, we got what we got, and... We could Baron the Dark Dweller and make him use it. Oh, we can bounce the token, but what we're worried is that that we still take the 1. It kills the token. Yeah, maybe we still have to do it. We're bouncing something. Let's play this. Well, because what do you think, Haj? I'm talking it through, and it's like we can put it on the Dark Dweller, and it forces Tron to do it now if he wants to do it before untap. But then he can just recast the Dark Dweller. But the Dark Dweller, Dark Dweller can't attack then. Yeah, I think we're still okay. Let's just kill the token, and then we have blocks for everything. Or rather, again, let's at least force this action. Removal equals dead. Let's see if we're dead. Yeah, that was one thought there, Haj. Well, this is still okay. We're not dead to this. We're not dead to this. But we are chumping to this, which is not good.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Yeah, we could. It looks like we can double block, but if Tron attacks with the Vanguard, we have another attacking creature to deal with. So. But we don't have choices here. We have forces. I'm gonna jump with Baron, 1/3 better defender than 2/2 for us. So let's leave the 1/3 alive. Yeah, we have some bounce, but I think we just used it, right? Like we had. I feel like we have some bounce. Yeah, we just used it with Baron, but that's it. I think Baron is it. I can't remember though. I should look at my. Should have my deck up more than anything, so I can look at it. Do we have bounce? Oracle, Slimebind. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, Dinrova Horror. Dinrova Horror. Yeah, Hat got there before I did. But looks like it doesn't matter. We go. Thassa draw 2. Like whatever. This is so useless. Almost.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
This may be the worst performing cube deck I've ever drafted. Thank you, Cheese. So, who's next? Who wants the easy win? Somebody's going to get mana screwed and lose to my mill. Oops. Anybody can make the joke once, but come on. I scolded D because he wouldn't let the joke go. Okay. Let's scatter something. No scatter for us. Well, I'm gonna go midnight clock. I mean, we're not trying to win via creatures. Our creatures are here to protect us, so I'm gonna go with our... I mean, I could actually hold up the scatter still, I suppose, but we have the Heartless Act to take care of a resolved creature. So let's go midnight clock. Rage Hound, maybe Enraptured plus Essence Scatter is the plan here. We get Enraptured plus Essence Scatter and Heartless Act. Yeah, that's got to be Arena. I don't think I have any clock noises in the memes. Beanstalk Giant. Okay. I guess I feel like I've been trying to tinker in this cube and everybody else just plays creatures and kills me with them. That's been my experience so far. Me tinker, you crush. But we're doing it now. We're tinkering and doing something. Scatter, Act, and Slime Bind all available. Mythic qualifier for Tron this weekend. I am not gonna. Yep, clock can self-add counters. Right now we've had use for our mana elsewhere, so I haven't worried too much about the midnight clock hitting midnight. We'll go ahead and counter that while the countering is good here. We could Woe Strider and have the Heartless Act available, so why not? Hodge likes Just Pass? I don't know. Or what are we worried about, Hodge? Now that's shenanigans. There's some tinkering. That's true. I was pretty slipshod about my exiling, but Clock is going to shuffle stuff back in, so Hodge is correct on that front. To be fair, I did go straight for the lands, but then I just kind of clicked randomly for the others. But you didn't like playing the Woe Strider? Oh, because you just wanted to, because you wanted to keep it for the clock. We're still just gonna draw 7, right? It'll be fine. I like it. Sure. Dead Harpy. I could have sacked it to the Woe Strider, I guess, right? What does that do? Scry 1. Could have scried 1. Forgot Woe Strider's ability. Play more land. We're going to want it when we clock off. Yeah, but it's like... I mean, it's not even like it's costing us cards. All it's saying is we're not going to draw Brineborn and Essence Scatter, but whatever. It's still super powerful. Their kill spell. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I thought you were talking about my the playing of the Woe Strider or whatever, the exiling, the escaping of the Strider. We're just gonna bind that. That's fine. Feels like it, right? Yeah, should have put counters there. Playing quick. Playing quick. We want to wait anyway, though. I want to dump my hand first. All part of the plan, Hodge. All part of the plan. I almost like... well, it's a forced block. But they can... bring it back? Yeah, I guess so. It's just a like, the other thing we could do is wait, and then the Underworld Rage Hound starts being forced to attack, and attacks as a 0. Why do you want to swing with the goat? Let me swing with the goat. Message sending, sure. We will go ahead and swing all, but it does produce another opportunity for the Rage Hound. Okay. Yeah, this would Heartless Act wouldn't be broken if it just said remove up to 3 counters from target permanent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get burned?
Now, actually, I should have noted it, D, but I really would not have activated the clock. I'm happy with the hand, and we might as well use our cards and then draw 7. But it's not going to matter. I don't know. It still wouldn't be busted. Black needs some tools for planeswalkers. It would just be good. All right, well, we managed to block once and won. So apparently if we block, we can win. And see, I'm not giving you the hair meme now because I was giving you the hair meme as a joke when I was losing. Why is eliminate not smother? Is it a functional reprint? I don't know. If it's a functional reprint, it's because They wanted a different flavor for it. If it's not a functional reprint, it's because they wanted it to do something different. Do I have another player who's battling? I forget who I drafted with, and we weren't necessarily going to play everybody, but I think we have. I just don't want to make. I want to make sure nobody's missing their chance to play. Who wants to play? Let's see. Are you ready, Papa? Let's find out. I see Papa checking my ID, so I'm assuming he's available. I'm also going out on a limb and assuming Papa Get uses he. Well, that shouldn't have mattered because I mean, is a friend and has the challenge ready, so Papa's got to accept the challenge is the thing. I mean, I can send again. But here, look, he's a friend. It's all good. Just need to accepting of the challenge. Okay. I'm gonna hold for a second. Let Papa restart. I don't have any specific info on why Threshold has never returned, other than maybe it wasn't a popular mechanic. That's usually just a dictator of what comes back. What did players like? Now I'm getting bugged? What's going on here? Well, Papa, I'm gonna bail and restart myself, see what happens. Are you saying threshold mechanics are in the set without the word threshold, or that maybe I don't understand? All right, we'll keep it. Another chance at folio. I guess we're heavier blue. I'll start with an island and follow with a catacomb. Well, another rough start for the folio. We go folio. Hey, folio on 2, and then Oppo goes land spell, and then they're down to 4. So, yeah, Scatter Cutthroat seems more important here than folio. Yeah, Hodge, the keyword already exists, but most Magic players aren't like you and don't remember it, never experienced it. Like, here, I'm going to do a poll. Yes or no, I could have told you, if I asked you, if you didn't know anything before this conversation started, could you have told me what Threshold does as a Magic mechanic? I'm just curious if my audience, in general, knows what Threshold does. That's worth a scatter, given what we're seeing here. We don't have the ability to deal with big creatures, so... Of course, we draw a way to deal with it, but... I tried that, D, the whole don't have your phone in your room, and it didn't really change anything for me. But I did try it. Let's go here, and we can leave the intervention up. Now we'll go Fibblethip. Now, I think we just leave the Brineborn. Now, I'll go Fibblethip. Maybe we'll find something we care about. Not really. Interesting, yeah. So 2/3 knew of my audience knew that answered, and a third didn't. Hodge, landfall is something that comes up a lot in this way. You get experienced Magic players looking at a card that looks at when a land enters the battlefield, and they say, why not just put landfall on that? And the answer is that you generally don't want to use keywords and ability words unless it's so load-bearing in the set that you're going to make it a thing, and you're going to make it on so many cards that you see it everywhere. And if you're only going to have, like... I'd say if you have under 5 instances of that mechanic in your set, you probably shouldn't keyword it. Now, if they have more than 5 and chose not to, yeah, it's a question for Morrow sometime, maybe. Enthralling Hold hopefully will be useful at some point, but for this turn, we're going to go shields down and drop a folio. Well, not shields completely down. We drop folio, and we could intervention for 1 if we wanted to kill the Biomancer. Hey, if you're letting your phone get in the way of your sex life, that's on you. Yep, Ninjutsu Rogue is an example of that. All right. I'm going to try and Enthralling Hold the Bladewing when we get the chance there. Folio continuing to be pretty worthless. Folio has not been good for us yet. But I suppose we still do it. Now, maybe we just want intervention up the whole way, and we'll folio the... I'm not going to folio on for the extra single card, I'm going to hold intervention here. Okay, well then I'm going to folio here. Maybe even draw cards. Should we draw 2? Nah, I'm gonna do a weak mill. And I'm gonna steal that Blade Wing before Papa can duplicate it. If absolutely necessary, I can intervention for 0 to put a counter on the Cutthroat on Papa's turn. You mean wait for them to target and then intervention it? Yeah, I'd rather just have the Blade Wing. That your line doesn't give us a 4/4 flyer, mine does, so I like that. That's true. Again, regardless, so I was wrong that we were needed to worry about quasi-duplicating it, but I, the whole time, wanted to steal this, right? Now we have Biomancer, and question on whether we put the Cutthroat in front of it. Maybe it's toxic for you, D, but don't be judging other people's lives, man. You come in here and you've got a lot of great ways to live your life that you share with others, but you come off a little judgy about how other people live their lives. So I continue to encourage you to express how the way you're living is working for you and making your life better, but stop telling people that the way they live their life is junk. That doesn't fly here, so cut that off. Yeah, I passed Sad Robot 2 because it didn't seem like what we were doing. But well, to be fair, the original Sad Robot was based on a male Magic player. I kind of just like double block Biomancer and have yeah, just make this trade. This is fine. Sorry, catching up on chat there and lagged in the game a bit. All right, what is this? New card for me. 2-1, 1/1 flyer. When Guildpact Informant deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, proliferate. This must be a Planeswalker deck card or something. And let's go Mind Rack. We could go Woe Strider and then actually have Folio. Maybe I'll actually start trying to do our thing now and go Woe Strider and Folio. and actually just keep back Blade Wing. We could also just go for aggro. We could try to win with Blade Wing, but we're at 9 to the 20. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be trying to win with damage or trying to win with our core plan, but I'm going to start with core plan. Blink. Scary, because now it can actually be kicked. We'll be able to Baron a copy, the token, and I guess we just sack it to the Woe Strider. Never mind. I'm not thinking we can do this. Ooh, Dinrova. Are we there? Yeah, let's keep Dinrova. Almost forgot to let him draw. Let's go. We can even just block the Woe Strider here. I think that's fine. I don't want even to quasi-duplicate the sad robot anyway. And we can get our Strider back with all of our milling, etc. Not yet, maybe, but eventually. 12 cards in library, though, so if we Baron a card back and then Folio at draw, we should get 5 out of it, question mark? Plus Harpy, maybe. That's a lot of mana, though. I guess we can't do all of that. Maybe I should just go Baron Harpy next if we get the mana. 4, 5, 6. Although I know we got Dinrova Horror coming as well. Yikes! So we can Dinrova, probably just kill it though, and gain a bunch of life. I think I'm just gonna, just to make sure we're not dead to some other burn spell, just maxing out on Informant for life. Could do it in response. I don't want to let him untap though. That's my thinking. I don't know what they could be doing, but I'm not going to let them untap. Okay. So we're actually dead. Unless we get a lot more life all of a sudden. Because this can't be countered. Oh wait, can't be prevented. Oh, can't be countered and prevented if it's 5 or more, and they've got it. So yeah, we'll bounce the 7/7, but we're just dead to the Banefire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dead. So if we don't find life gain, we are just completely dead. 11 is not enough. Let's go Supreme Will, looking for an answer. I don't think we even have one, but this is what we got. Yeah, again, all this counter magic just doesn't do anything. against that.
Dream big tonight.
Another kind of maybe got a little bit close, but didn't quite get there. Yeah, I thought that was ours, Haj. I thought that was going to be there, but Big Red, uncounterable Big Red. This is not only the worst result I've had of a cube deck, this is like the worst result I've had with any cube. I'm now, I think, I feel like I'm 6-2. I lost 3 times, won 1, so that's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'm like 2 or 3 and 11 in this cube. Good game, Papa. I can't win in this cube except very occasionally, apparently. Sure. Where is Grizzly? I can only replace it with Grizzly if I can find Grizzly. Oh. It's on the ground, that's why. Unusual one. Not the classic rectangle. No, it's not Cardinator, but in a sense it's going great for me because I am streaming Magic with a bunch of awesome viewers. What more do I really want? So, do I have a 7th competitor? Who is the final person in the draft? Are we battling or are we done? I don't care either way. Anyone? If somebody else wants to bring a Tinker's Cube deck they drafted from before and challenge me, we could do that too. I feel like I want to get one more game in here. Yeah, Vlex. Is Vlex around? Vlex was our last participant, so maybe they had to go, and that's cool. Yeah, I don't see Vlex in chat. So let's assume we are out of competitors and we're going to give Herschel a chance to find a deck and jump in. Yeah, you can do that too. Haj, you can just challenge me with that right now, and then we'll give Herschel a chance after this. Play 8 games. That's fine too. But getting tired of trying to win with this deck, frankly. Yeah, I can play Mike's Fervent Champ Embercleave deck. Hey, Interstellar, we are running a mill deck in the Tinker's Cube. And as you can see, I'm 1-5 with it so far. It was a custom job. One of my viewers made it. Actually, I haven't seen Scott around. SL29347N made this for me. Whoop. A little Christmas present from Scott. What's up, Arena? Having some issues? Oh, wrong, different account, Haj. I see. Or this one too? Well, I don't know. Something's challenging me. Here, okay, well, I'll play Herschel, and Haj, if you want to come up with something to battle with, go for it. If not, I mean, maybe you could send the deck you want over to your account that has the most cards, you know? Right on, Haj, smart cookie, figuring it out without my help. But now, locked on Herschel here. I suppose, I mean, here I am, I'm in the challenge mode though. I'm going to wait hat and just close with that. Oh yeah? They've got the full setup now? Is it fully spoiled? On your main account, Haj? Oh, looks like still waiting, so I'll go ahead and challenge you right now. Oh, sorry, Herschel. Well, you do have to save it manually, I think, or it won't auto-save, so... Well, let's try this. Some stuff going on here. None of our mill, but maybe that'll help. Whew! Phew, we didn't get any of our mill stuff this hand. Don't worry, everybody, we're good. Hypnotic Sprite has a nice counterspell side that's gonna fire off. Oop. Am I still with you guys? I got hard slammed off of Arena there, but I don't know if I'm still with the... All right, everybody's still here. That's good. Didn't lose the stream. Something arena-wide, it sounds like. I mean, I could hold up the Heartless Act, but it's transparent. I'd rather just play the Sprite and Heartless Act, whatever slips through the fences here. That's all right. We got a Thassa's Intervention, so we can draw a couple of cards. We can counter the next thing Haj tries to do, or we can just let it all happen if we expect to, you know, maybe try to enthralling hold a creature here. Pilgrim, though, I don't like tutors. We're not gonna let him. We're not gonna let Haj tutor up the best aura in his deck. This would be classic if one of my 2 wins on the day came from a deck from a game in which I drew literal 0 of the mill cards in my deck. That would tell you a lot. So kill it? I mean, yeah, let's get the Fibblethip beats. Keep on the Fibblethip beats. And Heartless Act likely to get anything they play, so I'm just going to get a lot of life here and kill that. Well, now it is truly Fibblethip beat down. All right. Fibblethip. Isn't that? That's the Humungulus. Just looking at what we can even get back, which right now is like nothing anyway. Scry bottom, Scry bottom. Uh-oh, Scry top. Fibblethip, you're not going to get there anymore. I have a feeling your time is coming close to an end. Yeah, we could Pilgrim for Slimebind, I suppose. Still doesn't seem worth it. I'm going to wait and use this Eldest Reborn for something, I hope. Getting around counter spells with Domri. Interesting. It's not really a creature, so Eldest Reborn doesn't actually make it sacrifice, but if the loyalty got there, it could. Hilariously, we're still on the Fibblethip Beats plan. That's true. We can just Eldest and get rid of Domri here, so nice call. We'll use that. Still get Heartless Act up as well. It's a lot of life gained every turn. Outpaces Fibblethip, but hopefully Eldest gets us something. Another PW. And what does this one do? Exile creature enchantment. Oh. But -3, so we can send Fibblethip at Calyx and get it back. So it's actually not that bad. Kind of a cool deck here from Haj, doing the enchantment thing. We can't draw for anything. I guess I try to bring down Calyx, but no, I think we still just need to go to face, but face doesn't matter. This is gaining enough life that we can't actually win the race to face, so I'm gonna bring Calyx down a peg.
Is this pain? be back after I lick my wounds. You'll see.
It's funny that his dialogue triggered from being exiled from the graveyard.
The patterned future appears before me.
When Storm Herald enters the battlefield, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of your next end step. If those auras would leave the battlefield, exile them instead. Wait. And then we get, what? Haven? So the Haven comes back? That's not a big deal. I was saying that before, Rob, and I kind of agree with you, but maybe Standard doesn't need it, but it would be fun for this. Let's see now. What are we doing? We can try and Heartless Act the Storm Herald, and worried about the Blessing. I mean, really, Heartless Act is killing the Alseid no matter what. I guess we try to kill the Storm Herald, and maybe we'll get lucky. Feels like Storm Herald is the one we would want to die here. I know, but Cardinator observe. I mean, I already observed that Cardinator, but you still aim at the thing you would prefer to have dead, and then make them figure it out, right? So, and that's interesting. And that scares me. Hodge thinks Alseid is more important here. Partly the Storm Herald, you know, it does get the. The other one, this Haven, that would, oh, it attaches to creatures though, so it can't even bring that back, right? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I like this being dead. We'll talk to Hodge about why he chose not to save it. Now, what about... I guess we take the... Like, we don't have any auras there, so we can get the Slime Bind. Is that useful? I mean... Not really, but... It's a spell. Storm Herald is just a 3/2 haste for us. 3/2 haste or Slime Bind is really the question. And really, I just want the 3/2 haste. With the Calyx being a problem.
The damage you are causing.
I am. Possible Hodge didn't want us to get I think, well, let's see, is it
Light our way.
Yes, I think I actually finally figured out why Hodge did what he did. it took me a little bit, but I think what Hodge was seeing is that if he lets the Alseid die, we get to reanimate the Alseid and unlock the Cutthroat. I think Hajj was just avoiding us getting Alseid back to unlock our own Cutthroat. Daxos doesn't have vigilance. We could let that attack happen and try to steal Daxos with hold. Well, now it's just it just kills it. We play Enthralling Hold and kill the Alseid, but of course Alseid just gives this pro blue anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, really, that Razor has identified it, but it is what it is. And I guess we should just do it now, though. I think you're right about that. If this is just 5 mana, kill Alseid, we should do it now. I mean, the only thing we could do is wait for Hajj to tap out so that he wouldn't be able to sack it in response. And that seems very unlikely here. I mean, I don't think he wouldn't allow that to happen because of exactly this. He wouldn't allow himself to not have the one to do this. Red. Oh, could have named Red. This is funny. 17, maybe we'll find one of our mill cards and actually now just mill him out. That would be all right with me. Although that might just end it here. This one we got flooded. I mean, another one I feel like we were on track to win and magic was magic on us. Now we're just on track to lose. We do have 16 life, so it's possible a big mill card still gets us there, but we need to find it soon. Is this enough? No, but it'll search a little bit, so might as well. Patient Rebuilding, Slimebind, Illyrios. Illyrios provides 2 blockers, but even that might not be enough here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the attack, plus Destiny Spinner making a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 30, yeah, I mean, like, geez. So, and this has to be a 5/5 off Tristani. So really we need more than this offers. I guess we'll take Illyrios, but yeah, I think we're pretty donezo. Yeah, that's true. It's dead. Too much land that time. Almost had a win with no mill cards, and then we said, hey, can you win if you draw nothing but lands? What about that? Can you beat Hajj if we give you nothing but lands for the rest of your life? The answer, no. Yeah, Hajj, that was frustrating. Like, I was joking that I was going to get you without any of my mill cards. And then, then I decided to flood out and draw no cards for the rest of the game. That was fun. If you really want the match, Herschel, I'll play you. But if you're okay with it, let's just switch to talking about some cards and let me. In fact, sorry, Herschel. Here's what's going to happen. Oh, good, because Fancy Evil. See ya. Never looking at you again. Hey, YouTube friends, I forgot to say goodbye at the end of that draft, so a little jump cut here over to me saying goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. Chat wrecked me today. Wow, got rolled. Tried to do some fun mill stuff. And really, justice. What we learned today is there is justice in Magic, as I attempted to mill people out as a way to win and instead got slaughtered by chat 1-6. So take that, mill strategies. Right? Right. Bye, YouTube. I'll see you next week. Going to be some old content coming up for the next few days, but I'll be back with fresh content next Tuesday. Bye, YouTube.